Good morning, Monday, February 5th, I believe. And so I didn't make any videos over the weekend. I was busy and really didn't have time to do it. Saturday was a crazy day with hubby, and then yesterday was clean and get caught up on that stuff, so that way my house was clean for the week. That's our normal routine. So nothing new. I got an exercise bike, spent $20 on it. The display doesn't work, but whatever. It hurts my butt, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. I did it for 5 minutes yesterday. I think if I increase it every day, a couple times a day, then a couple times a week, then I'll get to, be okay with the seat. Other than that, I don't know. My tooth is killing me. I know I'm chewing gum right now, but I needed something in my mouth because it's dry. But my tooth is killing me, and I can't wait for this stupid procedure next Monday. It's going to cost me a fortune, and hopefully it's worth the fortune, because I will flip out on this dentist office if it's not. Other than that, there's not much going on. Stress. Just so much stress. I am a big advocate for people who do for themselves and really get irritated when people act like they cannot do things. And I feel with nowadays with the internet, there's really no excuse to be dumb or ignorant. And I really have little to no tolerance for that. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. I will help just about anybody out, give advice, help you out, try to do what I can within my means. But if you're not trying to help yourself, I can't help you. And because I refuse to do it for you. And that goes for my children as well. I don't tolerate hand-holding a whole lot. They are my children, and I love them to death, but I feel deeply that you have to learn from your own mistakes, because especially if you don't want to listen to the advice or the words that I'm giving you, if you don't want to listen, then I have to allow you to fall to experience it yourself. And I'm going to be there to pick you back up. I'm just not going to be there, to encourage your falling. And what I mean by that is, if you didn't listen to me, if you're doing something, let's say you're buying a car, and I say you need to go take it to the mechanic before you pay for it, and you look at it yourself, and you don't take it to a mechanic, and then when you actually buy the car, and then you drive the car, and it comes to find out there's major issues with the car, I'm not going to say I told you so. Those words don't come out of my mouth. But I'm also not going to help you repair your car. I may provide you with some suggestions, but my response is going to be, it is what it is. And I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's crappy. I'm not going to do that either. Because ultimately it was your responsibility to do what you were supposed to do. And I gave you advice. I gave you an idea. When you take that car for a ride, go take it over to a mechanic and pay that $12 for them to look at it to make sure that it is okay. That's not going to hurt you. And it cost you $12, so what? It's better than being out, thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. So, those are experiences that, I speak on. And if you don't use my advice, even, you didn't necessarily have to take it, use my advice completely 100%. If I said, have a mechanic look at it, bring a mechanic with you, or bring somebody who knows cars with you. You're not taking my advice completely, but you are taking some of my advice. Now, I'm not giving this advice because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm giving the advice because I've been through it. And I don't want you to go through it. So that's what I mean when I say that I won't be there, when you fall. I will be there to pick you up. I'll be there to encourage you to do the right thing and tell you you can get past this hump. But that's as far as that goes. You know, I'm not going to give you any money to prepare your car. I might give you a ride to the mechanic or pick you up from the mechanic, but that's as far as that goes. You know, if I tell you don't have a baby because you're too young and you have a baby, you know, you didn't take my advice, and now you've got to deal with the consequences the same way that I did. Those are the things that I'm talking about. And you know, the other thing is I'm a big advocate for the underdog, the minority. I don't care who you are, where you are, what you are. If you are a minority and you are not being treated fairly, I am always going to advocate for you. Why? Because I've been there, done that, experienced that. So I will always do that. And I know on my Facebook page, I have a lot of followers, a lot of friends, family who do not like some of my posts. And frankly, I don't give a shit. If I can open up the eyes of one person in this world, that is better than nothing. And where I live, there are a lot of ignorant people and very closed-minded and unaware of the outside world because they are stuck here and been here their whole entire life and rarely, you know, escape. And the only time they leave here is to go to another area just like here. And, you know, they don't take the time to actually go and see what it's like living in a different area with different environments, with diversity. And they don't take the time to understand. So if somebody doesn't take the time to explain it, how are they going to understand? Therefore, they're always going to be ignorant. If I am helping by spreading the word, spreading knowledge, giving information, hey, maybe it'll open their mind a little. Now, I am not so much so that I'm out here saying girl power, you know, free everybody in jail and those type of things. Do I think there are injustices that have to do with our prison system? Absolutely. Do I think that there are injustices because of race and religion and sexuality? Absolutely. All of that. And I will advocate for all of that. If I see an injustice, I will advocate for it. I am not prejudiced against any of that. I don't care if you're white. If I see that you're having injustice, I'm going to advocate for that because it does happen. Not as often, but it does happen. You know, there are white people who are poor and are treated badly because they are poor. That's social class, you know. That has to do with social class. And here in Maine, you see a lot of that because it is a very white state. So you see, you know, white people shitting all over poor white people all the time. You know, my husband and I talk about it, how the town that we used to live in, or it doesn't really matter where we are, but you know, how it's the reverse. You know, the hood is now white with sprinkles of black, where, you know, in big cities, the hood is black sprinkled with white. Well, here it is, the hood is white sprinkled with blacks, or Somalians, or whatever it has been with, you know, other minorities. And, you know, these people go through the same exact thing that black people go through. The only difference is they, because of their skin color, they are given different privileges, and it shows in our court systems. You know, a white person who's been arrested, you know, with heroin will get 5 years all but 2 suspended, where a black person arrested with heroin will get, you know, 15 years with all, you know, having to do 10 years or 5 years or whatever it is. It's shown all the time. You know, we've been pulled over, you know, my husband and I have been pulled over because I'm a white girl, and they have no clue, but I'm a white girl and he's a black guy, and we were profiled for that. So how dare, you know, there be a white girl and a black guy driving in their town. You know, so stuff like that happens all the time. And, you know, white people get it just as well, just differently. And yes, their skin color does give them different privileges. Am I saying that you know, oh, we need to cry them a river, or we need to start, you know, an organization saying that, you know, white people matter. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying that, you know, those poor people do deserve the same type of respect that black people do. And the same type of opportunities that everybody does. Everybody deserves that, regardless of what race, religion, or where you were born. You come to America to be a better person. You come to America to live that American dream that we brag about, and how great we are and how wonderful it is to be here. That's what people come to America for. And we Americans forget it because we're so caught up in our own little bubble, living our own posh lives, that we forget that we actually have a wonderful life, and many people around the world want to be like us. So, all right, I'm done with that rant today. I went all over the place. So I'm almost at work. My video is 11 minutes long. So you guys have a wonderful day. Remember what I said. The best investment you can make is in you. What are you investing in you today? Today I am investing, dropping off some things so I can get my debt lowered. And that's it. I got to finish some crocheting stuff. But that's what I'm investing today. So you guys have a wonderful day, and talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.